Hey romance readers, Linda here, finally back with another video. Sorry about not posting last week. Plus I didn't get to upload Tuesday or Thursday of this week. Happy Friday, yeah. It's Friday. I'm posting on a Friday because I was like, let me get a video posted. I do not want to get far behind with posting these videos. And today is not going to be a reading update because I haven't got anywhere with those books. I at least want to have 3 or 4 books before I do a reading update, and that just has not happened. I'm still working on one book, people. Yeah, I know. But I have been collecting books, so I'm going to do a book haul today. Yeah, buying books but not reading them. That's a bad combination right there. But anyway, let's get started. I hope everyone's having a good day today. It's Friday, so you should be having a good day because you don't have to go to work tomorrow. It's the weekend coming up. Yeah. First up, I have I purchased this from I went out with a couple of my friends, and the restaurant we was at was right beside a used bookstore. You know that was right up my alley. You know I had to go in there. Yes, I had to go in there and spend some money. And it was the Book Addict, and I spent $4 on this. And this is Lisa Kleypas' Rain Shadows Road. And I think this is a series of hers, a Friday Harbor novel. So, and I saw on the back of here it had 2 other books on here. And these were published in 2013. So yeah, it's a little series that she got. I guess it's dealing with a certain town, a small town. Yeah, Friday Harbor, Washington. So I guess this all set in that town. And let's see when this was published. This was published in 2012. Let's read a little bit of the back of this. Lucy Marin is a glass artist living in Friday Harbor, Washington, with a boyfriend, Kevin, who she believes is her soulmate. She has always had a magical side, a gift that finds its way into the glass work she creates, and she struggles to keep it contained. But when Lucy is blindsided by the most bitter kind of betrayal, she questions many of her choices. Kevin leaves her, and his new lover is none other than Lucy's own Lucy's own sister? Really? You gonna take your sister's boyfriend? Really? Look, I'm already getting upset already. I'm like, come on now. Oh, and then let me read this right here. This really gonna trip you out right here. Meanwhile, facing the severe disapproval of Lucy's family, Kevin asks his friend Sam Nolan, a local vineyard owner on San Juan Island, to romance her. Look, then he gonna ask his friend, her boyfriend, cheating with her sister, gonna ask his friend to go out with, man, ooh. That right there burns me up. Really? I was like, I gotta read it because I know I'm gonna be doing some, saying some words up in here, because you gonna ask your friend to take me out after you done dumped me for my sister. Look, both of y'all can go to ATW hockey puck. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, let me leave this alone right here. When I read that, I was like, really? I was talking to myself in the store. Because I was like, really? Now that, look, this is a book, but that burns me up right there. I cannot believe that. But anyway, this is going to be a series. And the other books in the series is Dream Lake and Crystal Cove. And these were both published in 2013. So if you wanted to check those out. And you can. They're already out. And have any of you read this book? Did this work your nerves? Let me know. Because I read the back of that. I was in the store reading the back of this, and I was going off. Let's move on. Next, I got Victoria Dodd. I hope I pronounced her last name right. Crazy for Love. And this is a contemporary, and this also was a contemporary. I guess it's going to be like a little magic up in here, too. This is contemporary. Let me read the back of this. Oh, first of all, let's see when this was published. And this cost $4. I also got this from Book Addict. See when this was published. This was published in 2010. Let's read a little bit of this. Chloe Turner thought she was going to marry the perfect man until her fiance plane crashed. And then she got the really bad news. He tried to fake his own death to avoid marrying her. Now America's most famous bridezilla, a tag she most definitely does not deserve. Chloe escaped to a remote island to avoid the paparazzi, and right next door is a man who just might be the cure to Chloe's heartache. A magnet for wild, complicated women, Max Sullivan is relieved to have finally found someone normal. Chloe is his girl next door fantasy come to life, and best of all, she gets him. With her, he can be himself, a treasure hunt millionaire who desperately wants out of his sexy but reckless job. But when Chloe's notoriety catches up with them, will their torrid romance make it to the mainland? And this is Victoria Doll, Crazy for Love. Next, I have Reckless in Texas. I think this is another series because I have another book by Carolyn Dell. It's also dealing with the rodeo. I guess this is Texas Rodeo series, and I haven't read it yet. And this also came from Book Addict. It was $4, but I think I bought the other book from Kroger's. But when I saw this too, I like Western romance, contemporary Western romance, and I was like, I'll give it a try. And it dealing with the rodeo. You don't have too many books dealing with the rodeo, so I was like, let me get it. I'll read a little bit of this. Violet Jacobs is fearless. At least that's what the cowboys she snatches out from under the hooves of Buck and Bulls think. Outside the ring, she's got plenty of worries. Her young son, her mess of a love life, and her family's struggling rodeo. When she hires on a hotshot bullfighter, she expects to start a ruckus. But she never expected Joe Cassidy. Rough and tumble, cocky and charming, Joe's everything a superstar should be, and it doesn't take a genius to figure out he's way out of Violet's league. So that sounded interesting. She owns her own rodeo, and I guess she a rodeo clown. I guess she also be doing you know, out there trying to distract the bulls and everything. So I guess she do that too, and she owns the rodeo. So that sounded interesting. I said, let me check it out. I hope it's good. Carolyn Dell, Reckless in Texas. And this was published in 2016. So I hope it's good. Next, I have a book by Elle Kennedy, Rule. And I guess this is a series too, Outlaw series. Let's see. And I got this from Book Addict. It was also $4. And here is the Outlaw. She got the Outlaw series and the Killer Instinct. I got a few books out of the Killer Instinct. I haven't read them yet. I think I got 3 of them. 3 of these books. I don't remember which ones. But I said, let me check this one out. And this is the Outlaw series. And let's read a little bit back of this one. Despite his magnetic personality, Raylan can't seem to seduce Reese, the deadly leader of their town of outlaws. Winning her over is a welcome challenge, but her indifference isn't the only thing standing in his way. If he wants Reese, Raylan must also win over Sloan, her stoic protector. Sloan has always loved Reese, but their painful past has stolen his chances of a future with her. Raylan's interest in Reese only intensifies the tension until Sloan begins to wonder if the reckless man might be the one person who can bridge the distance. I just saw this with Elle Kennedy and I picked it up. I should have read the back of it because, yeah, this looks like going to be one of those three-way thing. 2 men and 1 woman and she got to pick one of them. I can't. Because then you might like both of the guys. You be like one of the guys and then she picked the wrong one. Then you be upset for the rest of the day. Yeah. But I'm going to try to give it a... I'm already not wanting to read it, but I'm going to give it a try. Look, I purchased it and it's Elle Kennedy, so yeah. It might fool me and it might turn out to be good. Elle Kennedy Ruled. And when was this published? This was published in 2016. I'll give it a try. This sounds like it's going to be something like a... Maybe this is going to be like a sci-fi. Maybe. I don't know. It don't say on here. So I'll give it a try. And next I also got this from Book Addict. This was $7.50 and this is by Maya Banks, In His Keeping. A slow burn. There's a lot of series out now. I guess it's a slow burn series. Let's read the back of this and see what this says. Aria knows the rules that keeps her safe. She's been following them since she was a little girl. Do not tell, do not show. But in a moment of terror, facing an attacker intent on taking more than just her life, Aria has no no choice but to unleash the psychic powers she's been hiding since childhood. Now with her abilities revealed, a bigger threat looms, something that makes her question everything she thought she knew about her parents and her secretive upbringing. But this isn't a fight she can face on her own. As the head of the Devereaux security, Bo Devereaux is no stranger to the strange. But when he takes on a new client, a beautiful young woman with extraordinary gift, Bo isn't prepared for the extent of his attraction to her. What begins as a simple assignment, just another job, quickly turns personal as Bo discovers he'd do anything at all to protect Ari, no matter what it costs him personally, even his heart and soul. And this is Myra Banks. Myra Banks, in his keeping. And this is her right here. Let's see. Read a little bit about her. A New York #1 USA Today and New York Times bestselling author whose chart toppers have included erotic romance, romantic suspense, contemporary romance, and Scottish historical romances. She is the author of the Slow Burn series, the Surrender trilogy, the Breathless trilogy, the KGI novels, the Sweet series, and the Culture's Legacy novels. I haven't heard of any of those, but I'm gonna try out this Slow Burn, see what this is all about. Hopefully it's good. In His Keeping by Myra Banks. And when was this published? Let's see here. 2015. And I paid $7.50 for this at the Book Addict. Alright. See what I got next here. Next, I got these from the Goodwill. I think I paid about maybe $1 for all of these from the Goodwill. I picked this up because I've read Cheryl Reavis before. And she's a good writer, so I'll say I'll give it a try. This is a Harlequin historical, Harrigan's Bride. I might already have this already. Probably done read it before and everything. But I was like, yeah, it didn't cost that much. So I said, I'll try it and see have I read it. Because I don't remember it. But I know I like Cheryl Reavis. And this was published in 1998. Let's see what this say on the back. Abriel Calder had always loved Thomas Harrigan, always, but the war had contrived to make them enemies. Now the same war had bound them as man and wife, yet Thomas' heart's desire truly match her own? When Thomas Harrigan found Abby dying in an abandoned house, he risked everything to see her safe, no matter that he was a Yankee captain and she a loyal rebel. She was all that had been good and true in his life, and he would claim her as his own, and damn the consequences. Well, you gone, Thomas Harrigan? Damn the consequences. Yeah, you can be a rebel. You can be a rebel if you want to, but he's what he said. He would claim her as his own. Okay, then. I was like, when I read that, I was like, okay. Gotta give it a try. And see, hopefully I'll like it, but I like Cheryl Reavis. And I know I read there's her other books in here. Yeah, I read The Prisoner. Let's see what else I can remember. That's the only one I remember is The Prisoner. So we'll give this a try and see what's going on. This is another Harlequin historical. And this is Sullivan by Linda Devlin. And when I looked at this cover, I was like, this must be going to be about them a wagon train, you know, going out west. And this was also like a series. This is the Rock Creek 6 series. I'll read a little bit of this. This what got me. He's a half-breed, because I used to love reading westerns with like half-breed Indians and stuff like that. Yeah. Or Indian. Yeah. A half-breed bastard, Sinclair Sullivan, knows he has no place in the world. Not with white men, not with the Comanche. Not with white men and not with the Comanche, and certainly not with beautiful Eden Rourke, the sister of one of his only friends. But when Eden meets him on the road to Rock Creek, she insists that he accompanies her to town. With 2 orphan waifs in her wagon and enough determination to fell a much more stubborn man, Eden's demand is irresistible. And once in Rock Creek, Sullivan finds himself unable to resist stealing more than one kiss. She's certain that their love is written in the stars. Despite her brother's objection, and yet Sullivan must first convince himself that he's the man his lovely Eden deserves. Oh my God. So I'm like, I'll give this a try. And this Sullivan, Linda Devlin. Let's see when this was published. I know never read anything by Linda Devlin before. And this is 2001. Oh, her real name is Linda Win. I've read Linda Winstead Jones, so I guess she's writing this as Linda Devlin. Yeah, so I have read some of her. I remember her name, Linda Winstead Jones. I remember this name that she wrote under. So I'm gonna see. I think I liked her writing, so we'll give it a try. And this is Christina Dott. I also got from the Goodwill. Let's see when this was published here, if I can find it. I don't see a date in here anywhere. 2006. So let's read the back of this. And this got big writing in it here. And somebody took and put, look like, this came from the library. Because it's got a hard like cover on here. They took it and put some kind of, yep, this is from the library. Read a little bit of this. When Brandy Michaels discovered her fiance hopping a flight to Vegas to marry his girlfriend, she pawns her engagement ring, buys herself a fabulous outfit, and spends one sultry night in the arms of a gorgeous Italian stranger, Roberto Bartolini. But when Brandy becomes the mark of a killer, she has no choice but to turn to Roberto, a man who's destined to be either her savior or her downfall. But one thing for sure, she's not going down without a fight. So when I read this part about he was Italian, I was like, yep. So I was like, I'm going to get it. Even though I didn't like this, yeah. This right here, So if I really, really like this, I'll go and purchase this actual book, because this right here is not doing it for me. No. Like I can't right now. I'll get it. I hope it's good. I hope that's good. And last but not least, I got this from the Goodwill too. And this looked like it had this. Look, this book gonna had a hard time. Look, it's missing some, all bent up in the back. But it sounded interesting, so I was like, I'll give it a try. And this is To Love and to Cherish by Anne Hodgson. I've never read anything by her before. Read the back of this. Escaping a world of loneliness and cruelty, Brianna Brendan only source of comfort was her beloved stallion, Dakota. But when her cruel brother lost Dakota in a wager to John Foxley, the Earl of Mansart, she was determined to get her horse back. Never did Brianna dream her visit to the Earl's manor would be forever. For after one glance of Brianna's exquisite face, the magnificent but arrogant John Foxley was intent on making her his, even if it meant marrying her. From the tranquil English countryside to the elegant rooms of London to the beautiful mountains of Scotland, theirs is a love story about a passion that could not be denied. So when I read that, I was like, that sounds interesting. I'm going to go, even though it was all messed up in the back, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get it. And there, you know, they hardly ever put the author in the back of the books anymore, but this is, when was this published? See here. This was published in 1993. And they used to put the author in the back. Let's see what they say about Anne. Anne Hodges is a registered nurse. She lives in Southern California with her husband and 3 children. This is her first. Also, this is her first novel for her. So I hope it's good. Give it a try. Sorry, my camera went out. To Love and to Cherish by Anne Hodgson. And I have one more here. This is not a romance book, but have any of you been watching PBS, The Great American Read, where they're trying to, they've been asking people to vote on the books that they love, and they're going to pick the #1 best loved book. I think they're going to do it, they've been having an episode come on every week, and on October the 31st, they're going to reveal the #1. They've been having people vote, so you go and vote for the best loved book that you enjoyed reading. One of your favorite books. And so I saw this and I had to get it. It's the Book of Books. And they just got all different books up in here that people been voting on. If you have been watching it, have you voted on anything? I like Jane. I voted for Jane Eyre and Moby Dick. I love those. Those were one of my favorite books. Even though I've never read Moby Dick, but I did watch the movie and I enjoyed it. But I went and voted for the book anyway. But I did read Jane Eyre, and I love Jane Eyre, so I voted for that too. I don't know if either one of them going to win. But when I saw this, they also had this book. They published this book. And I think the voting is over with now. So it's just on the 31st. On the 31st, they're going to announce the #1 book that everybody voted on. And there's a lot of books up in there. A lot of books that they've been showing every week. They do like an episode of different books, like different categories. Like they did a category on adventure, sci-fi, romance, but not these kind of romance books. It had a little romance in there, but you know, like a contemporary story. So I'll show you a little bit of this. What they got on here. Here they go. They starting out with Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and they got different people who come on there and tell about their favorite books. They had Serena Williams was on there. The Bush daughters was on there. Who else was on there that I know? I can't think of anybody else. They got The Alchemist. That's one of the books that people done voted on. And they got Alec Cross up in here. Some of his books made it. Alice in Wonderland. I don't know how. Americana. And then there were none. You got Agatha Christie. And what's her name? I never heard of this book right here. I can't even pronounce her name. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I think I looked at the episode about this book right here. I think it's about a girl who comes to America and she leave her childhood friend behind or something. I think this is the book, but I can't remember. Yeah, they got a lot of good books up here. Anne of Green Gables. Anybody remember Anne of Green Gables, the series, the old series? I bought that whole series. I never read the book, but I enjoyed the series. And I think someone is doing another book, but they're going to do it on, what was the lady name? Marilla Cuthbert. They're doing a book on Marilla, if you've ever watched Anne of Green Gables. I think a book is coming out on Marilla Cuthbert. Someone is doing a book on her. But yeah, I had to get this because it just got all the different books in here. Dune. I've always wanted to read Dune, but I have, because that book is about, I like thick book, but that, yeah. That is real thick. I don't know. I might still get it though and read it. But I've seen the movie. I don't think the movie did that well at the theater, but I love the movie that they did. I bought it also. I bought that movie. Look, they got 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades series up in here, people. It made the list of 100 books that people love. Okay. A romance book. Oh, okay. Dealing with nothing but romance. Yeah, there you go. I can't believe that. They got that up in here. Frankenstein. The Godfather. Harry Potter. You know that was up in here. Did any of you vote on Harry Potter as the #1 book that you really enjoyed? I love Harry Potter too, but it didn't win out over Jane Eyre and Moby Dick. No. The Help. Oh. Let's see anything else. The Lovely Bones. I watched that movie, The Lovely Bones. Lord of the Rings. So I had to get this. It just got just a different bunch of books up in here. I read other books. Romance is just one of my favorite genres to read, but I also read other books also. And I love books. I'm just gonna put it like that. I love all kinds of books, but romance just happened to be my favorite genre. But I had to get this right here and just name all the different books, and I'm gonna go in here and read each one of these synopses of just about the author and the book. Love it. I had to get it, so I had to purchase this. And this is the book of books from the PBS series, The Great American Read, and the last show is going to be on October the 13th. So if you want to check it out, go in there and check it out and find out what is the #1 book of all time that people have voted on. Check it out. I think you enjoy it. And I think it's a show that come on every week. I don't know what time it come on, but I'm sure a show going to be coming on every week until the 31st. So if you just look up The Great American Read and find out what time it come on for next week until the 31st. And check it out and watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. The Book of Books. And this is Foreword by Meredith Vieira. She's like the host of the show. So I was like, let me get this. Explore America 100 Best Loved Novels. The Book of Books. Check it out. Alright, that's all I have for now. So until next time, people, keep reading those romances, and I'll see you later. Have a great evening. Bye.